As computers have evolved, the environmental costs of technology have grown as well. In education, we're taught about the changing impact that humans have on our planet. How do we battle and balance the environmental costs, such as the usage of water to cool the machines, of the computing power that AI takes as our daily usage increases?
We as a society are part of the problem, right? All the server farms that are being provided in Ohio, and in fact, every month it seems like there's a new one. The reason they're in existence is because we are asking for them. We are asking to have more computes. We are kind of irritated if our computer doesn't respond fast enough. And so part of the responsibility is on us. Part of the responsibility is on ensuring that we have more regulations around power requirements. If you look at the power requirements for a search, I mean, it can now pretty much power a small city. And then the water, which is then cooling it, at some point, we're going to run out of this as a natural resource, but no one is asking about it because we're so enamored about what can be done with AI. As an example, how many times have you done a search more than once? What's the best seafood restaurant in Columbus? And then 2 months later, what's the best seafood restaurant in Columbus? And then 6 months later. Right? We do this because it's easy as information, but every time we do that, we are consuming power because 1 million people are doing that same thing. I do worry about that. There is a group of educators or researchers that are starting to be more vocal about that, actually taking the data and showing what happens every day that a search is done. This is how much computation is being used. This is how much power it's taking away from not just the US, because we kind of almost have unlimited resources, but is impacting the entire world, which again links to climate change and issues with sustainability. So be vocal. I love that question, but be vocal. We need everyone to be.
Absolutely. I love the question as well that piggybacks on our professor over there who talked about ethics. That's really the meta umbrella of what's going on here. Because you brought up water and the cooling and the amounts of water, the copious volumes of water needed to cool the systems that give us our information. But even if you step outside of computer technology in that sense, just look at the agricultural community, right? We grow corn in this country. 90% of the corn we grow in this country is not to feed us in the room or feed anybody of the beautiful 8 billion people on the planet, but it's to feed cattle and the animal industry that we then eat, right? That's A. B, I don't know what number, if it's 90, 80, but it's this excessive number, well over 50% of the water that's used in this great country is not used for us to drink and quench our thirst and stay hydrated or to wash. It's to water the corn fields that are being grown to feed the cattle. So we have those exact same questions in completely differentiated sectors. So I think back to the question about ethics and great universities like you all and the College of Engineering, thinking about the meta questions to how are we treating all these resources in general, and when are we going to start making some better decisions that allow us to ensure a sustainable future for us on this planet?